we were in a picture together on Ants, and then I shared it, and then
some
magazine that loves doing no research was like, Mark and Ant are gay lovers.
I must be gay. We must be dating. And the irony is was it only a few weeks before another magazine ran a story that I was dating your fiance.
Yeah, that's right. She posted we were in Sedona together, and she posted a picture with you, a story. She reposted your story, and someone's like, who's mystery blonde? And literally right before,
and you're in the background.
If they had just gone to your Instagram, they would have seen us three together in a picture. You couldn't make, but that was my first experience of experiencing how ridiculous the news is. Literally, that person, whoever that news person was who just wanted to grab headlines, didn't even look at her profile or mine or yours to do any. It was just like, can we catch a headline?
Yeah, it's absolute clickbait.
So like for you, when was the first time you experienced like what it means? Because I really think like part of celebrity or part of like fame, let's say, the reason that it generally compensates relatively well is because you are trading anonymity.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's
more than that.
I don't even know that that's worth the money sometimes, but like that's why I think people get paid, and also people project all their bullshit and like, yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's the same. If you put your head above the parapet, you are going to get shot at, right? That's the head. And
right.
There's so much scrutiny. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about, I feel particularly sorry for female celebrities.
Yeah.
Constantly scrutinized for the way they look, the way they talk, the way they dress. They're not entitled to make a mistake. We're humans. We bumble our way through this life all the time.
Yeah, and like, how are you ever going to wear clothes that always look perfect in the perfect? Like, they always catch them in pictures where they got 3 chins, they got a nipple out, they got, like, it's like they want to catch them in their humanity, which is really sad.
But that point is that the reader feels better.
So
well, if Kim Kardashian trips and falls, like me.
Yeah, like humanizes them.
Partly. But there is this weird, I really fear for us. We are globally in a mental health crisis, for sure.
Oh, yeah. We were pre-COVID, and now it's just exacerbated, especially because of technology.
And I don't think the press helps. Particularly celebrity press, because celebrity press is so salacious. It's so headline grabbing. They go after the worst parts. And I would actually say, relatively, I've been very, very lucky. But there is a massive lack of fact checking.
Yeah.
The fact that they just write stuff. And my mum sent me a message. This was about, 3 or 4 months ago. Super mad at me because on the front cover of a very prominent glossy magazine is a picture of Renee and me and confirmation that we got married. Confirmed. And it was literally confirmed. And the detail was so bizarre. It was like 23 guests, handwritten vows, in England. And I'm like, I haven't been to England for a year. Ren's not been for a couple of years.
It was your stand-in, your Spanish stand-in.
Well, yeah. Hola. See. And of course, I then say to my mum, Mum, don't read it. It's not true. And then 2 weeks later, the very, very same magazine then does a story about rumors have it that we get engaged. And I'm like, how can you factually do a story saying we're married and then contradict yourself 2 weeks later that we're engaged? How is that even allowed?
How does that even pass the, I guess, what would they call it? The cutting room floor or whatever the term is in media. But when you look at the amount of stress that type of stuff creates for people, for the people being lied about, especially because you face the vitriol. What I've noticed is people automatically sort of fall in love with the idea of the character of the celebrity from their shows usually. And then if someone's in conflict with that person, there's like a weird sea of attacks.
Oh, I've been subject to the weird sea of attacks.
I've had people write me by proxy that I should have a conversation with you to help you out.
No. Okay, well, let's have it.
I was like, listen, my gay lover, he's fine, okay?
Yeah.
Renee's the side chick.
Yeah,
okay?
Right, okay.
Yeah. But, I remember getting them in sort of the heights of...
I'm sorry.
No, nothing to apologize for. But when I'd get them, I'd be like, wow, people are actually crazy.
Yes.
And they don't read beyond
the clickbait. No, they don't.
Because I know that if you go into the details of it, it's pretty clear that there should be compassion in all the conversations.
Yeah. I've had some waves in my life where I've been subjected to a barrage of hate taking over wheeler dealers is a good example.
Was that the first time, by the way?
I mean, the first time of any sort of volume of hate,
Right.
you know, it was a consistent wave of, it was so bad. I had a bodyguard.
Because you took over a role in a TV show
Yeah.
as a mechanic, and people loved the idea and the previous person so much
Yeah. And
that you had to get a bodyguard.
yeah, I had a bodyguard for 2 weeks.
That's fucking crazy.
Like I'd go to Ralph's and he'd be 10 yards behind me.
Probably
I
helps
had
that you're
I had death threats.
when you took
My
over that.
partner, Mike, his daughter, Chloe, was at university at the time, and she got a handwritten note under her door at the dormitory that she was going to get killed. I had someone send me a letter saying they were going to stone my children. Stone them. I mean, at least use a more appropriate modern day.
Yeah, right. We're going to put them in front of an audience and
Yeah, I had, and you know, you just have
stone them.
Yeah, you just have to.
Only in the UK, medieval
I know,
tactics.
yeah,